So hi everyone, my name is Urvin and today I'm making this video to demonstrate my task 7.1D, which is the audio processing using the Raspberry Pi. And in this task, we will be using speech recognition to turn on an LED and certain suitable Python libraries that I would like to discuss in the code part. So as when we say light on or light off, then that particular light should turn on and then turn off. So this is the whole task, and let's move on to the working and the code part now. So first of all, this is my Tiger VNC. You can see in through this I can remotely control my Raspberry Pi, which does not require any external keyboard mouse because I have the whole control within my system only. And VNC stands for the Virtual Network Computing. It basically means that we are able to control our Raspberry Pi OS through our system only by and even writing codes using everything of that Raspberry Pi. So here you can see I have created a mic.py. In this is the suitable Python script for speech recognition, and so that the LED should turn on and off. So here are the three important libraries that I have used, which are the GPIO, speech recognition, and time. And then we have set up we have the LED set up as the BCM numbering pin, and it's at GPIO 17. Then we have set up the LED. Then we have now the main part comes over here. So this is an object for our speech recognition. We have created an R as an object, and then we have a cool function which is really unique and is important part of the code because we have a for loop inside which it will be searching for the keyword USB, because because Raspberry Pi have many ports, and if we connect our USB headphones on any of the port, then it is difficult to understand first of all that at which port it is detected, and then we will be uh, inserting that port inside our code. It would be really a hefty thing. For that I have created a small for loop in which it will be automatically searching for the index of the port, and then it will return accordingly, and if no port is matched, then it will tell no matching microphone found. And hence uh, from this for loop we will be fetching our port of the headphones that we have been connected with the Raspberry Pi, and then we will be passing on to that mic index that we get through the for loop over here. And then we have two print options that will say the control system has successfully started, and will either say light on or light off to respectively turn on off the LED. And then we have the while loop over here. In this while loop we are the Raspberry Pi is listening our audio for about 5 seconds. I will also explain why. And then we have that R dot adjust for ambient noise. This is also an important function inbuilt from the speech recognition library, which will help us to avoid the background noise such as fan fan noise or any sort of other trafficking noise. This function basically minimizes that noise and improves our listening ability. It's a listening ability. So here we have the audio r dot listen. In this part we will be listening to the Raspberry Pi will listen to our voice for about 5 seconds, and then accordingly we have the command r dot recognize Google Audio. This is a special function from the speech recognition which involves the Google Listening API, and it will get our audio that we will be inputting in, and it will recognize that audio and convert it to the text form, and make sure that every text is in the lowercase, because we have the light on and the light off as our lowercase. And hence if that audio is matching that light on or light off, then that light is turned on, else it is turned off. However, if the Raspberry Pi is unable to recognize our audio, what we are saying, then we are having some other else operations like command not recognized, and then we have some exceptions that could not understand the audio, could not request the result. This is mainly for the error codes to pass on if we get any error while debugging the code. And then we'll have the timed out, because if we don't speak anything, then it will say listening timed out. And if we say something else, then it will say command not recognized. And hence, this is the whole code. And finally, when to cleanly exit up our Python script, we have the gpio.cleanup, which ensures that all the GPIO pins are set to low so as to use again for the next task or any other sort of project as well. So this was the whole code. So now let's come on to the testing part of the our whole process. So first of all, I would like to have that command that I was implementing to get my port as well, port through which I was connected with my USB earphones. So this was the command a record minus L. So this lists all the USB devices that are being connected with the Raspberry Pi. You can see I am using Lenovo USB headset then, and it is connected at the card 3. So that's how I was able to understand that my headphones are successfully connected with my Raspberry Pi, and then I have another command so as to make sure that my microphone of the headphone is working correctly. So for this, I have a command a record minus d plughw and then semicolon 3 comma 0, then minus f, then cd minus d 5. This 5 is for to get the recording for about 5 seconds, and then we'll just name any file name like I have named tester.wav. .wav is an extension for voice recording, and hence by running this command and then using another command which is the a play, I would like write in this side a play, then the file name like tester that I have named that tester dot v wave. Then I'll again that to run that to run that recording, I'll just use a play tester dot wave. So this one is for the recording and this one is for listening the recording through the Raspberry Pi. So I have used these commands to test my earphones and my code, everything. So let's move on to the working because we are running out of because we have limited time. So let's run our code over here. Okay, so let's run our code over here. We will be using the Python, then we'll write the mic.py accordingly. And hence, I would also like to show up my setup over here. These are my headphones, and this is my Raspberry Pi, and through which the USB headphones are connected. And this is my LED, which is connected with the Raspberry Pi. So let's first of all wear the headphones and run the code now. Okay, so we have ran our code and it is saying listening, but still I am not saying the light on or light off. It will say command not recognized. So let's wait and then we'll say light on, light on. Okay, we have the LED as on. You can see it was previously off because I have set light on. Then because of that, the light is on. So let's say now light off, light off, light off. Okay, so it's listening. Okay, you can see over here now the light is off, and if I say again light on, Okay, so light is on, and you can see it is recognizing my text, my wordings that I am saying, and it is printing over here, and it will be searching for the light on over here. You can see, and if he is not, if the Google API is not able to understand, then we'll get the command not recognized. So this is my whole code implementation and my working. Thank you for watching.